Theme, setting, dialogue. Today you will be learning about these literary elements. Please take notes. You will need to take notes on the story elements throughout the lesson. Notes should be kept in your ELA composition notebook. Your notes need to have a date, the title, which is the subject of the notes, and your notes on the topic. At the end of taking notes, you're going to go back and add 3 related sketches in the margin. Before we begin, let's take a minute to reflect. Think about what lessons have you learned from literature. That could be children's books, short stories, novels. Theme. Theme is the central message or insight about life or human behavior that a story reveals. Example, it is important to be kind and show compassion. What makes a story linger in our hearts and minds long after we've read it? Often it is the idea on which the story is built, its theme. Character development is important to theme. In most stories, the theme is not stated directly. Instead, it is revealed to us through the character's experiences. Theme is not the same thing as the subject of the story. The subject is simply the topic. It can be stated in a single word, such as justice. The theme makes some revelation about the subject and should be expressed in a sentence. Judgment does not always equal justice. How do writers develop theme? They develop theme through character development, conflict, and the title. When you're examining the character development, you need to reflect, does the main character change? Does a character realize something he or she did not know before? Those things can often give you hints as to the theme. When looking at the conflict, what is the conflict the main character faces? How is the conflict resolved? Those things can give us information and insight about the theme. And finally, the title. Sometimes a title can hint at the theme, such as The Little Engine That Could. Here you have a picture and it is showing water with an iceberg in it. The plot and the story are above the water. That means those are things you can examine easily. Below the water, you have the theme. So it says the theme drives both the plot and story from beneath the surface. Setting. Setting is where and when a story takes place. There are many aspects to the setting that can be examined. The first aspect is physical qualities, the location and description. Next, you can examine the time. That could be time of day, that could be the season, that could be in the past, present, or future. And next, you can examine the cultural setting, the customs, the clothing style, the technology, education, and societal beliefs. Setting can add a lot of depth to the story. If an author uses a lot of imagery to describe the setting, it can make it come alive in the reader's mind. So that's when they include examples related to sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Dialogue. Dialogue is a conversation between 2 or more characters. Authors add dialogue to a story in order to show the relationship between characters, add tension, and move the story forward. At this time, go back in your notes and add at least 3 related sketches in the margins of your notes. You will be taking a picture of your completed notes, including your sketches.